So hi, my name is Julia and I am pregnant with my first baby. I am so excited, overly joyed, cannot wait for the baby to arrive in May. I am currently in my second trimester. I'm actually 23 weeks this week. So I am documenting this pregnancy because it was so helpful for me when I was going through my first trimester to listen to everyone else's advice. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and just go over my first trimester and then also list my must-haves and how to survive the first trimester. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first trimester, of course, I immediately hopped on prenatals, went to my doctor and took a pregnancy test so that they can confirm the pregnancy. And when I was there, they said, yes, you are pregnant. Your HCG levels are looking fantastic, but your progesterone is low. So my levels were low. They stuck me on a progesterone pill right away. I found out I was pregnant really early. I found out at 3 weeks. I was just so in tune with my body. And my 2-week wait video where I just basically was telling you the whole time that I just knew I was pregnant. I just knew it. And so I found out at 3 weeks. I found out way early. And so when I went to go get tested, I wonder if my progesterone was low because I tested so early at the doctor's, or if it was just low in general. Whatever the case is, I'm fine with going on the medication, whatever it is that this little baby needs to stay healthy and stay in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I was put on progesterone and that lasted through 12 weeks. As soon as I started taking it, first trimester symptoms started popping up. I was nauseous all the time, although I never threw up. Oh, excuse me. I do like baby barfs in my mouth, kind of like what I just did, but I never actually was like hugging the toilet. And I feel really thankful, even though it was kind of like the nausea, the wave of nausea just hit me from the second I woke up in the morning to the second I went to bed. I felt nauseous. I was put on the progesterone. I started experiencing symptoms. And then all of a sudden at 6 or 7 weeks, I started bleeding bright red blood. And that scared the you-know-what out of me. He leaves for work. I go and I use the restroom. And as soon as I wipe, I see that there's bright red blood on the toilet paper, and I call him crying, freaking out, as I deserve to be, because I mean, it was very scary. I felt really upset. I felt like I was losing the baby, and I barely had the baby. And I know that there's so many women who go through that same exact thing. I'm so sorry if you go through this. I couldn't even imagine. I pray that we don't have a loss. But anyways, what we did was I called Chris. I said, hey, I have bright red blood. I am terrified. I don't know what's happening. It's not a lot, but it's definitely there, and it definitely shouldn't be there. And he said, okay, don't Google anything. I will Google it for you. You stay off the internet. You just call the doctor. And at this point, it was after hours, so I had to talk to a doctor who was like an on-call doctor. And he was the nicest man ever. I'm so thankful for him because I'm on the phone with him. I'm trying to stay strong. I'm explaining my progesterone levels are low. I just started the pill like a week or 2 ago, and now I'm having this bleeding. And he was just the nicest person. Made me feel so good. He's like, oh, is this your first baby? I was like, yes, it is. And I'm just really scared. And he's like, it's okay. He's like, you know what? There's good news and bad news. Good news is it could be nothing. Bad news is, you know, it could be something. It's just 50-50. You never know. Basically saying if the bleeding got stronger, go to the emergency room. If not, then, you know, write it out and talk to your doctor. Your doctor will want to see you as soon as you can. And so after that, I didn't see any blood. And I went to my doctor to have an early, oh gosh, you know what? It wasn't 6 or 7 weeks that I was bleeding. I was bleeding at like 5 weeks because I had an early ultrasound at 5 weeks to confirm that the pregnancy was where it was supposed to be. It was supposed to implant in your uterus, not anywhere else. If it implants in your fallopian tube, which can sometimes happen, that's an ectopic pregnancy, and that can kill you if it's not caught in time. So we go to the ultrasound and everything is looking great. So thankful. I think I burst out in tears because the second he put the ultrasound machine to look for the pregnancy on my belly, it immediately popped up and he's like, oh, there it is. There's the baby. And we even got to see the heart flicker like 3 times. The doctor also put me on pelvic rest due to the bleeding, which means no sex, no strenuous activities, take it easy, don't do anything crazy. So yes, at this time I was feeling nauseous, but I didn't throw up. I was so tired. I couldn't do any housework or any work whatsoever. And mind you, I was working, and I still am. I was working full time at this time. And so I couldn't do anything without getting winded and tired, and like I would be able to do stuff for 30 minutes and then need a nap. I was just so tired. It felt so strange to only be able to do some dishes and then lay down. I'm so thankful for Chris because he was so sweet and helpful, and I don't know how I would have survived without him, because whatever I couldn't pick up, you know, all the slack that I dropped, he was able to pick up. He was right there, so supportive, absolutely so lucky. He just showed me from the very start that he was going to be a phenomenal dad. I would also get really shaky when I got hungry, and that was really rough. It would be like, I wouldn't just get hungry. It's like I would get hungry and then I would start shaking and I'd need to shovel food down my throat. It didn't even matter what it was. I just need to shovel food down my throat, and it would take a few minutes and then I would stop shaking and I would just get so uncontrollably hungry, and it would make me feel even more sick and awful, and I did not like that part whatsoever. So I also want to mention that I was finishing up my last semester in college during my first trimester and the beginning of my second trimester. Thank God they leave the easiest classes for your last semester, because I was just not in it. I could not concentrate. I was so tired. I'm not a procrastinator, and I definitely procrastinated my schoolwork and my homework, and oh, it was just so awful. I tried to get it done during the day, but all I wanted to do was nap. It was just a mess. I also had acid reflux, which was actually my first sign that I thought I was pregnant, but I had that all through my first trimester. Burping, headaches, exhaustion, sore breasts. My boobs grew a ton, and they're still growing. I did not know they could get this big. I'm very, very lucky though. I don't have any stretch marks yet. I will show you which creams and oils and all that good stuff that I'm using. But I do know that stretch marks are hereditary, and it is okay if I get stretch marks. I would not be upset or hurt or anything. I'm just, whatever this baby needs is totally fine with me. But I do want to prevent the best I can. So I also had a lot of odd cravings, I guess. And those cravings included sugary cereals, such as like Oops All Berries or Cocoa Pebbles, things I haven't eaten since I was a kid. And I would be the type of person who would have a shake every single morning, like a protein, nutrition, meal replacement shake every single morning. That was my breakfast every morning, and I could not stomach that. I was done. I was like, not having a shake, and it's not happening. So had to get rid of that. I also really loved hot dogs, but not just like any hot dogs, like Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs. And Wiener Schnitzel is something I feel like I only eat when I'm sick. For some reason, I just love really awful food when I'm sick. And I loved Wiener Schnitzel. I have eaten it way too many times. I'm not very proud of that, but the baby wanted it, so the baby got it. I also had a lot of excess snot and mucus. Every single morning I had to blow my nose. If I forgot to blow my nose, I would be just dying on the way to work, like looking for a tissue. And every single time my boogers were bloody. every single time. It just never. All right, let's get into the things I got. First thing I went out and did when I found out I was pregnant was I got prenatals. And I chose the My Kind organic gummy prenatals from Garden of Life. They are gummies. Let me repeat this. They are gummies, and you need them if you are experiencing morning sickness in your first trimester. I could not even imagine trying to swallow a pill in my first trimester because I just felt so sick. That did not sound good to me. I loved these gummies. They tasted fantastic. The consistency was fantastic as well. I'd actually just kind of lay them like this because sometimes they would like to stick to the bottom. And when I was doing my research, this just seemed like the best choice for me. It had everything I needed in it except for a DHA. So I got a DHA from Trader Joe's. I actually don't have the bottle with me. That for the Trader Joe's DHA, I didn't get those fishy burps or anything like that. And it was only one pill. It wasn't take 2, take 3. It was one pill. Okay, the next thing I did was I subscribed to a subscription box, which is not a necessity. It's just something I want to do. I love subscription boxes. I canceled my subscription box to one of the big ones back when the pandemic hit and I was out of a job for a minute. And then when I found out I was pregnant, of course I was working, so I subscribed to BumpBox. I really do like BumpBox. I can always unbox one of my next one, show you what's in it. The one thing I will say about BumpBox is it's gotten a little repetitive. I am not 100% sold on it. It's great and it's fun. It's something to look forward to. It's cute, but it's getting repetitive, and I'll show you why. So this is just an example of some of the stuff I've gotten. I get my box at the beginning of each month. And it's going to expire after 9 months. That's what I signed up for. They have different options online, but I got this super cute bag that they sent me one time. Excuse my nails. We're in a pandemic. Everything's shut down still, at least in California where I'm at. And so this super cute bag, I love it. But for example, this is one of the first things I got in my box. I got a foaming face wash. And I was really excited about this face wash, and I really do like it. The thing that I love about this box is that everything they send to me, I don't have to sit there and do the research. Am I allowed to use this while pregnant? Because I know that they already did that for me. I don't have to read on the back or do anything. It's just, I already know you're allowed to use this while pregnant because it's a pregnancy subscription box. Okay, a couple months later, I get this, and this is by Bella B foaming face wash. I really do like it. It's nice, smells good. Not too fragrant, it's not fragrancy at all, which was nice. It's just a fresh scent, mild, fresh scent. Anyways, then I get this a few months later, and it's another face wash. And it's from the Honey Pot Company Mommy to Be foaming face wash. And I was also really excited about this, but I haven't even opened this yet because I already have this face wash and this isn't gone yet. And so it just got kind of repetitive. I'm still using them. I'm going to follow it through. I really do want to finish the box to see what else I get. But to me, my thought was just, wow, these are the same nozzles. Why am I getting 2 face washes basically a month or 2 apart? I don't know. Did you think I was going to be through this one and now I need another one? I don't know. You already sent me a face wash. Maybe let's switch it up. But it's worth it to me to keep it. But that's just one way that they got repetitive to me. I also got it's from Previse. And it's for all skin types. It's a skin plumping moisturizer infused with hyaluronic acid. Another face thing, which is great because sometimes with face products, you don't know what you're allowed to use and what you're not allowed to use. They also sent me a deodorant from the brand Humble. It's an all natural deodorant, and it is fantastic because it only has 4 simple ingredients. And once again, so deodorant is something you don't really think about. Like, am I allowed to use my deodorant? Am I not? Okay, the next thing that I got, and I think I probably got this at week 8, was pant extenders. And so here's an example of one I have, and you would put this on your button, and then it just basically gave you an extra inch of space. And there were like 20 that came in these. There were so many different colors. I have a white one and a black one here, and they also had silver ones and other colors. I was just able to pick what worked for me. What pant extenders, absolutely recommend them, even though you will not be using them for a long time. You will probably just be using them until you're ready to buy pregnancy pants. I will tell you, when I had my my birthday over during my first trimester, and my parents got me some really nice pregnancy clothes from Target, from the brand Ingrid and Isabel, or Isabel and Ingrid. And I could not even imagine wearing them because they were huge. And I was just like, holy cow, like, I don't know, this is gonna be a while till I wore them. And so that's why I just felt more comfortable with this. And then also in the same box came this. And this was even longer. I'll show you the size difference. There, yeah, this one was even bigger, and it had a little bit more options. And so you're able to button your pants here, and then you had 3 different options. And as you grew, you can extend it, and it's really elasticy and stretchy, and it was perfect. This is just something I recommend having till you're ready to buy pregnancy pants. The next thing I started doing was I started ordering from an online store called Pink Blush, and I absolutely recommend them. They are fantastic. Pink Blush is such an amazing online shop. Beautiful clothes. They don't even look like maternity clothes. I started ordering shirts because, first of all, I just needed shirts in general. They don't look like maternity tops. I know that this is something I would like to wear when I'm not pregnant as well. And I know that this is something I can grow into. One thing I ordered through Pink Blush that I do not recommend, it's their leggings. I was not a fan. I tried 2 different kinds. I grew out of them really fast, even though they were maternity leggings. When I think maternity leggings, I think of these bad boys I have on right here, and they were not like that. So that's the one thing I don't recommend. I ended up ordering all my pants through them as well, and I absolutely recommend them further. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and recommend is nausea relief suckies. If you are nauseous, if you have a hard time settling your stomach, I absolutely recommend this. I commute to my work. It's a nice 45-minute drive every single day, and sometimes I would take a windy road to get there. So I would pop 2 of these in my mouth on my way home or on my way to work, and it would just help me get through the drive. The next thing I got, which I feel like is a huge essential, is this. I actually learned about the Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier Electrolyte Drink Mix. It's from Liquid IV. I learned about this through a postpartum video, and I was like, holy cow, I want that right now. I don't want it for postpartum. Basically, one of these, I'll take this out, one of these packets is equivalent, I'll show you the back. No, it's on the front. One packet is equivalent to having 3 bottles of water. And you get so thirsty during pregnancy. I totally recommend this throughout your whole pregnancy. Get this, you won't regret it, especially if you're so thirsty and you feel like you can't stay hydrated. or you're throwing up, get the liquid IV. I plan on using this through my whole pregnancy. I plan on using this while I'm at the hospital giving birth, and I plan on using this postpartum because I really notice a difference in my hydration. Okay, the next thing that I bought, but unfortunately I didn't use, but I just want to share it, is the Baby Booster Prenatal Protein Formula. So I bought this right when I found out I was pregnant and before I had any food aversions. And I really love the taste of it. I added fruit to it. It's fantastic. I 100% recommend this. The one thing I would wait to do is see what your aversions are. I had food aversions to protein shakes. I really wish I didn't have an aversion to it, and I'll probably end up using it sometime in the future, maybe right after I give birth. Okay, so the next thing I got, actually this was one of the first things I bought, and I also got this off Thrive Market when I bought my prenatals, and it is from Earth Mama, and it is the belly butter and the baby oil, or sorry, belly oil. The belly oil and the belly butter. I just started getting in the habit of putting this on my body every single day in my first trimester, and there would be days where I don't do it because my body just wasn't expanding, my skin wasn't, my stomach and my boobs weren't that itchy in the beginning, but I just want to get myself in a good habit. Also, BumpBox sent me their own Mama Bino Organics belly oil. So it's anti-stretching body oil with omega and 7 super plants. This is what it looks like. Came in my first bump box. I really do like this one too. I absolutely recommend it. And I actually use it with this. This is my belly balm from Soapish. It's a California brand. Absolutely love Soapish. They are a little bougie and a little expensive. Recommended. This was a gift. So I will interchange it depending on what scent I want to go with. I will either use this combo or this combo. When you're speaking about keeping your body hydrated, your skin hydrated, I picked this up because my legs and my feet were so dry and itchy, especially after I shaved. I got the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Coconut Oil Body Lotion. It looks like this. I picked this up from Target. And to go with it, I got the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula with vitamin E. It's actually, so this is coconut body lotion and this is coconut body oil. So it's just like having this combination right here, but I would use this on my whole body, my legs, my arms, and this would go on my belly and my body. Okay, so the next thing I went out and got was a pregnancy seatbelt. I don't have it with me. I will try and insert a picture. But trust me, this was just such a peace of mind to have, especially for me commuting 45 minutes. I just heard stories of, babies having really bad brain damage because the lower seatbelt would smash them right in their head. Lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the apps that I am using. So the first thing I did was I downloaded the What to Expect app. It can tell you where you're at and what size your baby is and all that good stuff that you want it to do. So the What to Expect app is fantastic. I also downloaded an app called Totsie or Tootsie. I'll spell it for you, Totsie. It's an app for photos. So if you want to do those photos saying I am 8 weeks pregnant or 12 weeks pregnant, my baby is the size of a da-da-da, then go ahead and download this app. The one thing about this app that makes it not a necessity is the fact that you do have to pay for it. I will pay for it through my pregnancy and maybe even after for a little bit. I also have the Glow app. I absolutely recommend downloading the Glow app. It's kind of like a period tracker app, but the thing that I use it for is their huge community of women that is on that app. So I'm able to join groups such as pregnant women who are due in May 2021, or women with PCOS. And I am able to post in those groups anonymously to ask questions. You're allowed to post photos that are TMI. I've been able to connect with a lot of women and get a lot of questions answered before I'm able to contact my doctor. Like, let's just say it's an after night kind of, or after hour sort of question. I'll post there and then also still contact my doctor. But you know, you just kind of want that peace of mind or want to connect with women who are going through the same thing as you. So I totally recommend the Glow app. And that's GLOW app. It's like purple and pink. I totally recommend it. Okay, so that's everything. I know that this video is really long, but I want to give you guys all the helpful information, and I also want to save this information for myself one day